Greetings, Fano family, Fano viewers, in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, amen. I'm Prophetess EUNICE Akinbodunse. Here we are again on our show where we are talking about gender-based violence against women and children. I'm not alone in the show as usual. I'm with Sister Constance Mutsipe. Sister Constance, can you please greet the viewers?
Greetings viewers, I'm Constance Mutsipe. I'm a daughter in Fano family. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Constance, as well as Mama Soneni Sibanda. Mama Soneni, can you please greet the viewers?
Greetings viewers, my name is Miss Soneni Sibanda. I'm the daughter of the Fano family. Greetings, thank you.
Thank you, Mama Soneni. Some times ago, we spoke about gender-based violence, and I advised the women. I told the women that you must be very vigilant to your daughters. You must make sure that you take care of your children, and you must make sure that you observe your children if there is any changes, so that you can be able to identify them. Here is Mama Soneni. Mama Soneni is one of those victims that she was emotionally victimized by a family, by a relative. Because you find that you get relaxed as a woman, you feel, no, this is a cousin, this is an uncle, this is a stepfather. You feel like, okay, these people, they are part of the family, they will never harm our daughters, my daughter, they will never harm anyone in the family because they are part of the family, they are relatives. It does happen that those people that you trust much, they are the one who will harm you, they are the one who will rape your child, they are the one who will cause harm or make you feel pain that you will never understand. And I once said, as women, we must take a note, or we must know that children are not only the children that we gave birth to, not only our biological children that we will consider or we will take care of. We must also know that children, that your neighbor's child is also your child. The child in the community is also your child. Here today, I'm with Sister Constance. Sister Constance is the one who identified the child, the changes of the child which she was raped, while Mama Soneni was not aware that there is something wrong about the child. Sister Constance, can you please narrate the story of what happened exactly about the rape of the child of Mama Soneni's daughter? Can you please talk to the viewers?
It was on 2015. We stayed together in the same yard. So one day, somebody in the yard, when Sister Constance, you're close to Mama Gumbu, Mama Soneni. So we see something wrong about this child. It's a little, she was, I don't think, sorry, she was, how many years? 9 years that time. So that lady go yating are utlwatse Mama Soneni. So re bona so I try hore ke bona hore ke kena bya mo yena ke bolele le yena. So ka ska ka itse hore ke ra ka nna sebaka ke take a long time hore ke khone ho bua le yena. So one day ka mmolella Mama Soneni arai uncle khulu aka sire that thing kare ish okay, we'll see. Then I remember ke botsa le bongi ke tsena le ena Sister Bongi ka mmotsa ka yona khanye are tswela pele ka khanye re khodo itse. One day I pray and then ka bitsa ngwana ka confronta ngwana ka re khopela o mpolelle hore ho etsahala eng ngwana ola a hana. Second day I pray again hore ngwana wa mpotse nnete. Second day ngwana ola atla ka mmitsa really two kare no one wa tlo itseng re bolela really two. Tell me the story, the whole story. Ngwana ola a bolela the whole story. A bolela hore mudala o mo rekela di KFC, o mo rekela di cold drink, o mo fa di chelete, then are aska bua next. Kare serious, are yes serious. Kare o etsa arawa o use his fingers mun kare where, and then she showed me everything. Then kabua hape ka go sister Bongi. Kamulela sister Bongi, she's a police. Then Alcon, please, this thing here it will help one. Then kabua kabulela mama hai. Mama hai nasa tape. And that kulu kamo jara thing una le ngwana ki sister Eni. Sister Eni lena una a suspect this thing here, but no sina mutwana le alen sure ka yona this thing here. But na kutlile ka ngwana hore ke be sure ka ba sure ngwanola ampolela everything. I was crying that day. That's elaborating everything. Kabita sister Mukadi le yena ko mongwa ne re nna ba botse ka mmitsa ka mmolela this thing. Sister Mukadi a rwetsa yang kara okay, I'll confront mama hai le papa hai he ba tlhaga. So ka bolela mama hai o ile a collapse same time cause nasa tshepe because papa ngwana le that kulu ke bana ba motho. So ki kulu wa hai, ki grandfather wa hai. So mama hai a collapse. Eni lena ro mmetsa ngwana wa kulu, eni lena a collapse. That day I was crying. I was so frustrated that day. Next day zor ke etse. Ke phone etse Bongi to rana that day. Bongi are yang bitsa maphodisa a Pretoria West. Ra ba bitsa maphodisa batla ba motsia. Then raisa mama tsoneng ispetle.
Thank you, Sister Constance. Thank you so much for the role that you've played. Viewers, you've heard, she said when she told the mother didn't also believe. The mother just said no because of the trust. They said the person who was doing this is a brother to the husband.
Yes.
So these people, they are brothers. Those people, they are brothers. So meaning is that girl's uncle, a brother to his father. So they were staying with him. So that's why the mother didn't believe, because if that man is a brother to that child, meaning that man is also the father to the child. So when that child is looking at him, he's looking at his father. So it was his uncle, a brother to his father. So Sister Constance said when it's actually people that they are staying around, that they observe that there is something wrong about this child and this man. So Sister Constance, they didn't tell what exactly how did they observe, or what did they get to know that there is something that is happening. What did they see that made them to be suspicious?
There's other Sister Maggie. Sister Maggie came to me, then she said, Kulu, una anale kulu, ne? Then abia aneke aneno manago, amia mo sitting ya mo front, abia at the back. So uba fama sweets, uba rekela ma sweets, amanti. Then uba busy ka omo pele o. Kamukoloi. So Maggie ha feta abona everything I am a level abona. Is this why I kill mo na ampulela ke bone ntwe so. And then her daughter wa Kulu ila agena ko rumu. I remember mama soneni natli kreki. So ashile bana le na Kulu. So daughter ya Kulu ha then akra ngwana a sweater. So amuso why o sweater ngwano adidimala. So neba ne ba tshohile ena le khulu ba ipotse gore o ba bone kanti a ba bone and at the same time a tla go nna re ke bone something man papa ka le ngwana ne ba sweta ile ke tsena ka noka ke butse ba sweta ba kra ba sweta so a ke
By that time, she was already aware that there is something that
yeah
is
ne
going
re
on.
le away and then ba le at the back ka motlasa ka mo morago ga lebati.
Okay. So, Mama Soneni, what made you to, what did you do for the first time when you heard that alert that there is something that is like we are suspecting this regarding your daughter and the uncle? What step, did you do something or you just believe that, no, he can't do this and then you just let it go? Did you do something or maybe try to observe them or anything, or you just felt like, no, it will never, he can't do it?
At first, Mama, I didn't believe it. And then I tell Sister Constance, I say, okay, I'll try to look at them. I'll try to see it on myself. Because I don't believe he can do that. And then as she's saying that, she was putting them in the car. And then one day when she came with the car, and then they say, Kulu is here, he said, we are going to go to McDonald's. And I said, okay, you can go. And then I let the kids went there, all of them. And then I stayed in the house. After a while, I stayed in my house, and then I went there. When I went there, what is Sister Connie saying? I saw it, but I couldn't say anything. I went back to my husband. I told him, I said, you know what Sister Connie was saying, I think is true. And then he said, no, my brother can't do that. My brother is sugar diabetic. He can't do that. But you know, he was drunk. He promised the kids and said, we are going to McDonald's. And he ended up saying, no, we are not going, we are going to eat sweets here in the car. I'll buy the McDonald's for you tomorrow. And all of them, they agreed, they went there. They were inside the car. And he refused. He said, no, there is nothing like that. So my brother can't do that. And then me, myself, I just let it go. I kept quiet.
But what did you see for you to go and tell your husband? What did you see? What makes you to think that, I think what Sister Constance is saying is the truth? What did you see?
I knocked the window. I say, it's late, come in the house. Then when I knocked the window, the child makes himself sit quiet, sit well. And the big brother, then he was like he was
you can
scared.
see when people are
you
nervous.
can see that something was happening. He was scared. And then I knocked the window and said, open the door, come in the house, it's late. And they say, Mama, we are coming. She sits nicely and say, we are coming. I said, no, I'm not leaving you. Come out. And then he also come out and let the kids out. And I didn't say anything to him. I just went in my house and told my husband. And he refused. He said, no, my brother can't do that.
So your brother thought that because he's sugar, but so okay. After the police took him, or maybe what should I say? Should I say how was the relationship between you and between the family, between you and your brother-in-law and your husband and the children in the house? How was the relationship?
When they took him to the police?
No, before they take him to the police. Like generally, how was he relating with all of you in the house?
And Mama, I took that man like, he was like my husband. I took my husband down. I was doing everything for him. I loved him. I've got 2 daughters, you know them. And he said one day, you don't love this one, so I'll love him myself.
He said you don't love the 9-year-old
Yeah,
one.
you don't love the 9-year, you love the small one. I said, no, I love them all. It's only that this one is big. He must be treated big. So I must treat this one small. I know, don't worry. If anything she wants, I'll do it for him. And then I say, okay, I don't have a problem because he was the father. I didn't have anything to say. Even when she comes to me and asks, Mama, I want to go with Kulu to McDonald's, I was just saying, let them. I was just letting them.
Is her uncle and all that. So what happened after that? After the police take him to the police station, what happened after?
The police take him to the police station, and me, when I collapsed, I went to the hospital. Then I woke up tomorrow. I was in the hospital. And then they told me the whole story, why I was like that. And then they say, we can't keep you here. We are going to discharge you. We are going to give you the tablets. Go back home. You'll be fine. This one, they took him. We will never see him. So go to the child and see how the child is. And then I went home. We talked to the child. But it was not me. I was scared what happened to my child, because that time I didn't know that even if she say his brother is sugar diabetic, he can't do anything, because the child said he was using hands. But me, I couldn't believe it. I was thinking maybe one day, maybe something happened. But until when they took the child to the clinic with the police, they came, they say, the child is fine, nothing happened to the child. He's still a virgin. Then that's when I started to cool down. Because I even told the daughter, I said, I will not talk to your father because of what you did to my child. And he said, it's you who said he must stay, because the daughter was not even wanting to allow him to stay here in South Africa. He wanted, the day when he landed here, he wanted him to go back. And I said, no, it's your father. Don't argue with the things for the parents, because the father was having another woman. He abandoned his kids. And they said, I'm not allowing my father to stay here. And I said, no, it's your father. I'm here, I'll look after him.
So also the daughter, that man's daughter, was staying in the same place?
Yeah, she was staying in the same place.
You were staying together?
We are staying together.
So that man, when he comes here, was he here for, coming from Zimbabwe, right?
Yes.
Was he here for looking for a job, or what was he here for? For a visit or what?
No, he was looking for a job because at home it was terrible. And then when he came, he said, I want to do something for myself. And then the daughter said, no, Papa, you are not well. You must go back home. And here, as we are renting, we don't have houses to stay with you. And he said, no, when I work, I'll look for my own house. And then I told the daughter, I said, go and ask your husband that your father wants to stay. And then she went and asked the husband, and the husband agreed. And then I said, okay, you must look for a house for him. He's going to stay alone, not with you in the house. At first, it was so terrible. He was staying with them, staying outside. Sometimes I said, there is a caravan, let your father sleep there. She cried and said, Mama, no, my father can't sleep there. Why this time here? They took him in the house. Then I said, no, let the small brother look for the house for him. And then when the landlord said, there is now another house there, then she shifted to the other room. That's so where he was staying.
You were staying in the same place?
In the same compound.
Viewers at home, I believe, you know, sometimes when the reason why I ask Mama Soneni to be here and Sister Constance to be here is for the viewers, for the interest of the viewers, for you to understand that things like this is real. As women, let us not be ignorant. Let us keep on being like, we must watch over our children day and night. And we must be able to see if there is something wrong that happened. We don't really believe, we cannot blame Mama Soneni for her not to believe that it's really this, it cannot happen. Her brother-in-law will never molest her child, because she believed that that brother-in-law is also a father to her child. And her husband also, he was on denial. Why? Because he believed that this is my brother, he will never do that. And he believed that this man is sugar diabetic, he cannot erect or do anything to my child because his feelings is not working, or his manhood is not working. But believe me, if someone has bad intention or the demon has entered someone, he will have ways to do something. This man did not rape the child physically, but he used his finger to rape that child. So it was a painful thing that he's teaching the child something that that child is not ready for. She did not know what is happening. She did not know what this man was doing. But he caught that child to the extent that the child will end up agree with him, because they said he was buying sweets, he was buying a McDonald's to that child. And he also made the parents to be aware that he loved that child, and he twisted the mind of that child by telling the child that your mother doesn't love you, he loved the little one more than you. So I will personally love you, give you the love that you deserve as a child. By buying those things, I believe even when he was molesting that child, he was telling him, hey, that I love you, that's why I'm doing this. You see what I'm buying for you because I love you. So things like this, it does happen by the relatives. So Mama Sonen, what kind of man that man is? Is he someone who is everywhere? Is a quiet man? Is a talkative man? Is an active man? Or what kind of man he is?
No, he's not a talkative man. That man, he just loved everyone. He loved everyone. Especially when he drank. When he was drunk, people can see the character, how he is. But when he's not drunk, he was a quiet man. He was a quiet man. He just talk. If he's hungry, I'm hungry. May I have food? He eats, he go to work. But when he drank, then you can see the character. He can love everybody. If you say, I don't have this, he can give you.
Viewers, violent people, abusive people are not only, you cannot read it from their eyes. Mama Sonen said this person looks like or seems to be a kind person, someone who is full of love, who is full of kindness. But look at what he did to the child. So you can see that even those, you cannot read them. You cannot read those kind of people by their character or by looking at them. Because as long as you won't be able to see their heart, you will not be able to read what kind of people they are. So let us not judge by page. We must always be vigilant. We must always make sure that we bring close our children. We must make sure that we don't trust people to an extent that we end up fighting for them, that they will never do this, because men can do something that you will not tell. Sister Constance and the other female around where they are staying in their compound, they were able to assist that little child because she didn't know. That's why she was refusing. And Sister Constance said if it was somebody, will say, I already passed the message to her mother. So if the mother is not doing anything, I will also not do anything. I'm done my part. I already told the mother. But she said she consistently tried to make sure that she assists the child. She called the police. She spoke to anyone that she can talk to. She went back again to the parents to say, this is what is happening. Even when they refused, she tried until they caught him. Thank you very much. So what happened with the case? Did they arrest him, jail him, or what happened?
They arrested him. We went to the court, and then they arrested him. And they say when he finished his sentence, they will take him back to Zimbabwe. He will not come near to the child. And then as I'm talking now, he's back at home. He was sentenced and he finished, and they take him out. And then
he went back to Zimbabwe as they promised.
As they promised, yes. Because even they were asking me that if he comes out, is he going to come back to you? And then I say, yes, because we are only relatives. And they say, we don't want to see them. We don't want to see him near the child, because he already told the child that if you tell your parents what I'm doing to you, I'll be arrested. I'll go to jail. And now the child was even asking, as they arrested Kulu, is he going to die in jail or what will happen? And I said, no, they will sentence him, he will finish his sentence, he will go back home as they said. And now he is at home.
So they transfer him to Zimbabwe?
Yeah, he finished the sentence because now it's 5 years back. And then when they finished, they called us that he's finished, but we are taking back him to Zimbabwe. And then maybe he will finish the sentence there. I don't know if it was totally finished or he's still going to the police while it is there. I don't know. It's because me, I didn't go when he was going out.
Okay. So after they arrested him and during the process of the police and of the court, what process or procedures did you go through so that you can help viewers at home to know if there is anything, like if they want to know more, if it happened to someone and maybe she was afraid or he was afraid to take the matter to the police station because he thinks it's something I'm going to, these people, they will not help me, these people, they said they are making jokes, or maybe they don't help people who come with this kind of problem. So in your case that you know that these people, the police helped you because that man was arrested and he went, they sentenced him and he finished, and then they transferred him, they took him back to Zimbabwe. So what procedures can you help a viewer at home who's watching that can maybe be able, it can assist to see that, okay, this is the steps that a person go through in order for the person to be assisted? Can you maybe help the viewers? The process of the court case and until
the process of the court went well, because when the police called us, we went, two of us, Sister Connie and my relatives, we went to the court, and the judge said, because they asked the person, what were you doing to the child? She was saying, I was playing with him. And the court didn't go further. The judge said, you can't play with a child like that. Because she was a child. Viewers, I thank Sister Connie, because me, the mother, I was not seeing it. But she helped me to help my child. I don't know today where my child was going to be. Maybe one day the feelings were going to come and he was going to be raped physically. So if the neighbors telling you something, we must accept it, because she is a woman also.
Thank you very much, viewers. We are coming to the conclusion of our show, and I believe you are writing your questions at home. We are going to answer it, whatever that you want. Before they go, they will answer, and I will have a day with you to answer all your questions. I will answer some of the questions of the viewers, but not all of them. So please be alert and always know that not all policemen or police that are mocking people when they are bringing their problems. Instead, they are assisting. Here is Mama Sonin was assisted by police. So viewers, I have some questions with me. I will only answer 2 of them. The first one, it says, if you know of a child that is being molested and the parents refuse to look at the matter, what can a person do to rescue the child? I will answer this one by myself because it's been answered already. The case that we are talking about here, it says Sister Constance told Mama Sonini about the problem that the uncle is molesting that little child. And Mama Soneni didn't believe Sister Constance, and nothing happened. And Sister Constance herself, she observed the child. She observed the movie between the uncle and the child. And they realized that something is happening. Then they told the parents again, and hence the parents didn't do anything. Sister Constance said, as she was observing, lately she's the one who called the police. So if you told the parents and the parents didn't say anything, take the matter to your hands. Try to involve the police, try to involve the social workers. They will look at the matter. Number 2, it says, did the child receive counseling after her trauma? Mama Soneni, over to you this question.
Yes, the child received a brief counseling, especially from our mother, Mama EUNICE. And at the police station, we have the other social worker. She counseled her, she talked to her. The child, she understood. When she came out from that woman, she was playing. And then after that, our mother, Mama EUNICE, we take the child to her. She talked to her. She counseled her. She talked to her many things. And I saw that the child understood. Even today, she knew, she's thinking about it, but when you see that she's thinking about it, but she's forgetting. When we start talking about it, because of the counseling, she take it out. Even at school again, because we even went to school to tell them, if you don't see the child coping very well, there is something like this happened. And then at school, there was a social worker again. She counseled the child. Sometimes she called me, come here, the child is like this and this. And I say, talk to her. Talk to her yourself. Before, if me, I come, she will cry and she want to come home. And then she was talking to the child, counseling, telling the child that this will never happen to you again. And then because the man was arrested, no one again will do this to you.
Thank you, Mama Soneni. Sister Constance, in closing, can you please explain to us the process of calling the police, and how did you get involved in police, the court, social worker, and all that? How were you involved in everything after calling the police and the man was arrested? What you went through after that, the process?
Before I called the police, I was confronting the little girl first. And then she told me everything. Then after that, we called the police. And then I was here because the statement she gave me, she also gave the police. And even at the social worker. She didn't change anything. She told me everything, same thing. So then we go to the court. We didn't say anything that time, because last time magistrates asked the Kulu said, what are we doing with child? He said, I was playing with her. So then magistrate said, everything is finished. Then Bamukweba.
Okay, Sister Constance said, I love what Sister Constance did, because before she reported the matter, she spoke to the child and she heard from the child. So it was not something that she's suspecting, it's something that was confirmed. So she makes sure that the child say everything that the child said. And as an adult, I believe she was able to see that what this child is saying is something that she cannot just make it. It's something that is really. So before then, that's when she contacted the police. And the police came and they asked, and they were told the same thing. And the social workers, they were told the same thing. So they were able to see that really this is what happened to the child. and Sister Constance did not feel any reluctant to go through all the court and all those things. I can see the love that is with Sister Constance. As a mother, when she sees something happening to another child, she's feeling it within, as is her child, because she said she was even crying. So you could see the love that Sister Constance had. So what can you say to the viewers in closing, Sister Constance?
Viewers, niki khopela hore if o bona something se se bad o ska re ngwana ha se wa ka, ngwana o molomong ke wa hao. So ke ntho e ke kopang eo le nno ke sa ira bjao ke sa nna hona mo seng yat ke sa ntse ke etsa bjao bana ba le bankitsing antikoni so they know hore ke a ba omanya ke ba tlhokometse. So please ngwana o molomong ke wa hao.
Thank you, Sister Constance. Mama Soneni, can you please say your words to the viewers in closure?
Viewers, engakusho ukuthi uvalo ngabe luyabulala mina ngabe ngahlangana la. So uma usizwa into obona ukuthi ingeke yenzakala, umele ubambe uvalo ungethuki, ngoba ngezinye izikhathi siyazizwa zikhuluma emaredweni or sizibuka kuma TV sisizwa sisenzakala, uyabucabanga ukuthi ngeke kufike kuwe, kodwa kwafika kimi ngalelo la. So yikho ngisho ukuthi uvalo ngabe luyabulala ngabe yimi engafayo umntanami ngisizwa ukuthi kwenzakala into njengaleyo. So bomama ngicela ukuthi sibheke abantwana bethu, mawubona ukuthi kukhona okungahambi kahle, noma utshelwa ngomunye umuntu ukuthi nangu umntwana kwenzakala ukuthi ungali uthi owami umntwana ngeke akwenze, nanku mina ngayala ngathi ubaba omdala wabantwana bami ngeke ayenze into njengaleyo, kodwa ngenxa yokuthi Sister Constance wayesengitshelile ukuthi kuyayenzakala, kukhona kuyaphila emntwaneni, ngoba umntwana mangimbuza uqale ngokukhala inyembezi okutshengisela ukuthi umntwana naye ngaphakathi lento ubengayithandi, mara ngenxa yokuthi ubemtshela ukuthi uyamthanda yena, emthengela ezinye izinto ezokuthi mina angikhona ukuthi ngimthengele. So waba buhlungu kimi ngaleso sikhathi, ngoba ngangigcine sengithi angeke ngiphinde ngafa ngamkhulumisa. Mara khona manje ngithi bomama sibheke nabantwana, sithandeni umakhelwane wethu njona besithanda nathi. Usister khona mina ungithandile njengomakhelwane wakhe, wangibonisa ukuthi kukhona okwenzakalayo ebantwaneni. Ngakho namhlanje ngithi bomama sibhekene abantwana bethu, singathi lo ngoba umntaka mama angikambulali, ngoba kuyafana ubaba omdala wabantu bami ngubaba wami nami, mana kodwa nangu besefuna ukumbulalela umntwana. Kwamanje ngabe ukade ungasikuthi usugar diabetic, ngabe namhlanje sikhuluma ngeqiniso ukuthi umntwana wami, ngoba lawo ma feeling abefika azayenza umntwana lezo zinto ayemenza zona, ekwazi futhi ukuthi uyenza into embi, emtshela umntwana ukuthi ungatshela noma ngumama wakho noma ngubani ngizaboshwa. So into engishoyo ukuthi masibhekene abantwana, sibhekene lezihlobo esilezi nazo ukuthi lo muntu njani ngazo zonke izikhathi. Ngiyabonga.
Thank you, Mama Soneni. Viewers at home, I believe you've learned a lot today. Love your neighbor's child as yours. Observe and take care of your neighbor's child as yours. Mothers, let us not be in denial. Let us not be ignorant. Let us watch over our children. We can only do that through Christ who strengthens us.
Yes.
Let us go to the book of Psalm 9 verse 9. Psalm 9 verse 9. The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed in times of trouble. So the Lord will be your protector. He will protect your family. He will protect your children. He will protect you.
Amen.
So thank you very much for coming, Sister Constance. The Lord will continue to be with you. Thank you so much for the love that you have shown. This is a great and huge love that someone can render to her neighbor, to another fellow sister. So thank you very much for what you have done. Thank you very much, Mama Soneni, for coming. It's not easy to keep on being reminded by something like this, but you have honored us and come to explain and tell the viewers what happened. So thank you, I really appreciate it, because some people, they don't believe. As we're in denial, some other people, they are in denial as well. There are children who are telling their parents that this is what is happening to me, being done by a certain relative, but they are in denial. They refuse until those people, they go away with what they are doing, because they don't believe their children. So it does happen. So for you to come and explain, for people to know that we must be alert, we must be observant. Thank you very much. So that we can get away with, or try to get away with gender-based violence that is affecting us. So we need to play a role as well. Sister Constance, thank you very much for what you have done. You've played a huge role as a mother. Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching. Remain blessed. Shalom.
Okay.